Good morning, West Fargo, and welcome to the first edition of Packer News this year. I'm Miss Byram, and here are today's announcements. For lunch today, we have a grilled chicken Philly sandwich or a sloppy joe on a bun, along with a soft garlic breadstick, and a side will be vegetarian baked beans. For the weather this weekend, Saturday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 46 degrees and a low of 25, with the winds up to 14 miles per hour. And for Sunday, the high will be 36 degrees and a low of 20, along with a low chance of rain and snow early in the morning. DECA will be hosting a theme week from November 16th to the 20th. Show your school spirit and participate if you are able. More details are available on the poster in the Commons. Poetry Out Loud and the North Dakota Council of the Arts are providing West Fargo High School staff and students a unique opportunity next week that you can enjoy from the comfort of your home. Spoken word poet, educator, and speaker Joe Davis from Minneapolis will be performing through a free Microsoft Live meeting from 1 to 1:30 on Wednesday, November 18th on the topics of youth empowerment and racial injustice. To join, check out your Outlook emails for the link. You can also email Miss Dakota Breen for the link if you cannot find the one that was sent to you last week. And now, here's Packers correspondent Isaac Leopold with more details on the COVID guidelines and how the district has been preparing.
West Fargo High Schools recently introduced a new hybrid model. I got to speak with multiple members of staff, administration, and a few students on how they felt about the COVID pandemic and what the school is doing to prepare.
Not as much anymore. Right when we found out we were going to do the hybrid, I thought for a while if I want to do the online, but decided to do the hybrid because it'd be better to learn.
I was also able to speak with Dr. Fremsted, who is the school principal and COVID coordinator for the school, where we discussed what conditions would shut the school down and move us back to all online.
So the threshold right now is all determined by public health, our healthcare partner Essentia, and then our core team down at the district. And so every week you can see the data that they use to make those decisions. It's shared with our public. But it comes back to where's our community at and what are the numbers in our community and in our schools.
Lastly, I was able to speak with Mrs. Lease, who is the COVID coordinator for the district, as well as the public relations coordinator, about what changed when the threat level was in yellow.
What's nice about how our district's return to learn plan was structured was that each color level has flexibility within it. So for West Fargo schools, we did not have to make a change to our academic model because we're already within the threshold of the number of students and staff that should be on site at one time. That number is right around that 49% of our population. So that cohort that we discussed earlier meets that threshold. So in terms of academics, nothing really has to change. A lot of our operations, our buildings and grounds, our custodial staff, our food service team, they were already doing a lot of those higher level protocols to ensure that everyone was staying safe and we were being as adherent to those rules as we possibly could. So there wasn't a whole lot of changes that we had to make, which is nice because we know that our families value that consistency and our staff and our students value that as well. So as long as we can keep people in the same model, that's a win for us.
Since the interview with Mrs. Lease, the threat level has moved to orange and some details may change. I hope you enjoyed this inside look into our school's COVID preparation. This is Packer correspondent Isaac Leopold signing off.
Those interested in a trip to the Washington, D.C. next year should join Close Up. Stop by and talk to Miss Topeka Peterson when you are free or send her an email. Search TOE and her name will show up. November is Native American Heritage Month. America is home to the great diverse group of people. There are over 1,000 federally recognized tribes in North America alone. There are 574 tribes in the U.S., 630 in Canada, and 36 in Mexico. Throughout the month, Indian education mentor Trevon Longfeather will be sharing stories about Native American cultures, which will be shared during Packer Time with the intent of enriching students' understanding of the Native American culture while recognizing our great Native American student body. Thank you so much for watching this week's Packer News. Be certain to follow us on all of our social media accounts. I'm Miss Byram, and have a great weekend, West Fargo.